क्या ढूंढ रहे? क्यों लाइट ऑफ क्यों किया भाई? क्यों लाइट क्यों ऑफ किया? ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। मुक्तेश्वर मंदिर के पास तिलक लगाया वो है, वो आदमी कितना पैसा लेता है? फ्री में लगा। वो वेणु बजा, एक आदमी उधर वेणु बजाता है और तिलक भी लगाता है सबको। आवाज नहीं आ रहा बोलता है। हरे कृष्णा। हरे कृष्णा। अभी आ रहे? हरे कृष्णा आ रहे? श्री प्रहलाद उवाच तत्साधु मन्ये असुरवर्य देहिनां सदा समुद्विग्नधियाम् असत्ग्रहात् हित्वादपातं गृहमन्धकूपम् वनं गतो यद् हरिमाश्रयेत। श्री प्रहलाद उवाच तत्साधु मन्ये असुरवर्य देहिनां सदा समुद्विग्नधियाम् असद्ग्रहात् हित्वातपातं गृहमन्धकूपम् वनं गतो यद् हरिमाश्रयेत। श्री प्रहलाद उवाच तत्साधु मन्ये असुरवर्य देहिनां सदा समुद्विग्नधियाम् असद्ग्रहात् हित्वातपातं गृहमन्धकूपम् वनं गतो यद् हरिमाश्रयेत। Shri Prahlad Uvacha. Prahlad Maharaj replied, Tat, that, sadhu, very good, are the best part of life. Manye, I think, Asuravarya, O king of the Asuras, Dehinam, of persons who have accepted the material body. Sada, always. Samudvigna, full of anxieties. Tiyam, whose intelligence. Asatgrahat, because of accepting the temporary body or bodily relationships as real. Thinking, I am this body and everything belongs to the body is mine. Hitva, giving up. Atmapatam, the place where spiritual culture or self-realization is stopped. Griham, the bodily concept of life or household life. Andakupam, which is nothing but a blind well, where there is no water, but one nonetheless searches for water. Vanam, to the forest. Gataha, going. Yat, which. Harim, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ashrayeta, may take shelter of. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada. Prahlad Maharaja replied, O best of the Asuras, king of the demons, as far as I have learned from my spiritual master, any person who has accepted a temporary body and temporary household life is certainly embarrassed by anxiety because of having fallen in a dark well where there is no water but only suffering. One should give up this position and go to the forest. More clearly, one should go to the Vrindavan where only Krishna consciousness is prevalent and should thus take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Purport. Hiranyakashipu thought that Prahlad, being nothing but a small boy with no actual experience, might reply with something pleasing but nothing practical. Prahlad Maharaj, however, being an exalted devotee, had acquired all the qualities of education. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavati akinchana sarvair gunais tatra samasate suraha harav abhaktasya kuto mahad guna manoratena sati dhavato bahihi. One who has unflinching devotional faith in Krishna consistently manifests all the good qualities of Krishna and the demigods. However, he who has no devotion to the Supreme Personality of Godhead has no good qualifications because he is engaged by mental concoction in material existence, which is the external feature of the Lord. So-called educated philosophers and scientists who are simply on the mental platform cannot distinguish between what is actually Sat, eternal, and what is Asat, temporary. The Vedic injunction is Asatoma Jyotirgama. Everyone should give up the platform of temporary existence and approach the eternal platform. The soul is eternal and topics concerning the eternal soul are actually knowledge. Elsewhere it is said, Apashyatam Atmatattvam Gruheshu Grahamedinam. Those who are attached to the bodily conception of life and who thus stick to life as a grahastha or householder on the platform of material sense enjoyment cannot see the welfare of the eternal soul. Prahlad Maharaj confirmed this by saying that if one wants success in life, he should immediately understand from the right sources what is self-interest is and how he should mold his life in spiritual consciousness. One should understand himself to be a part and parcel of Krishna and thus completely take shelter of his lotus feet for guaranteed spiritual success. Everyone in the material world is in the bodily conception, struggling hard for existence, life after life. Prahlad Maharaj therefore recommended that to stop this material condition of repeated birth and death, one should go to the forest. In the Varnashram system, one first becomes a brahmachari, then a grahastha, a vanaprastha and finally a sannyasi. Going to the forest means accepting vanaprastha life, which is between grahastha life and sannyas. As confirmed in the Vishnu Purana, Varnashram Charavata Purushena Parah Puman Vishnu Aradhyate. By accepting the instruction of Varna and Ashrama, one can very easily elevate himself to the platform of worshipping Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Otherwise, if one remains in the bodily conception, one must rot within the material world and his life will be a failure. Society must have divisions of Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Sudra, and for spiritual advancement, one must gradually develop as a brahmachari, grahastha, vanaprastha and sannyas. Prahlad Maharaj recommended that his father accept vanaprastha life because as a grahastha he was becoming increasingly demoniac due to the bodily concept, bodily attachment. Prahlad recommended to his father that accepting vanaprastha life would be better than going to deeper and deeper into Grahamanda Kupam, the blind well of life, as a grahastha. In our Krishna consciousness movement, we invite all the elderly person of the world to come to Vrindavan and stay there in retired life, making advancement in spiritual consciousness, Krishna consciousness. Om Ajnanatimrindasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manovishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Taptakanchana Gauragi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalptarobhyascha Rupa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Namaha Pankajanabhaya Namaha Pankajamaline Namaha Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangraye. Hare Krishna. I hope you are all right. So hot. Anybody wants to sit here under the fan? Huh? No, if somebody is feeling hot, they can sit here under the fan. Here also. हाँ वही पानी का बोतल दो हाँ इधर रखो नजदीक रखो When AC room is there, everybody complains, अरे AC ज़्यादा हो गया AC. हरे कृष्णा. Huh? It's not possible. There is some acoustic, some problem is there. They tried actually. अरे आप लोग बात क्यों करते हो? Can't you remain silent? So on Wednesday we are celebrating Narsingha Chaturdasi. So I will narrate some pastimes of Prahlad Maharaj, Lord Nrsingadev. When in 1967 Srila Prabhupada had a stroke. Then Srila Prabhupada later commented that I almost died, but Lord thought still this person has not finished his mission, let him live for some more time. Again he revived my life. When Srila Prabhupada was very sick, he wrote down this prayer, Namaste Narsingaya Praladaladaine Hiranyakashipu Rokshaha Shilatan Kanakalai. Then they photocopied those prayer, and then there are only 3-4 temples are there and few devotees are there. And then Srila Prabhupada told them, you chant this prayer and pray to Lord Nrsingadev, my dear Lord, our spiritual master has not finished his mission. Please save him, extend his life. Like that they were praying. Actually they don't know, they did not know who was Lord Nrsingadev, who is Prahlad Maharaj. Just they joined, and there was no 7th canto Bhagvatam also. Then all the devotees, they prayed to the Lord, and then Srila Prabhupada became alright. Then Prabhupada commented, actually I almost died, but because of the prayers of all of you, I got saved. All of you know, in 2008, His Holiness Jayapatak Maharaj, he had a stroke. Then he was in coma for many, I think 3-4 months. All over the world, devotees chanted Narsingha prayers, and then he survived. Bhakti Vikas Maharaj, he was saying, they were going on a book distribution, book. Then they were in some place where they were driving on the Ghat road, and Ghat road, you know what, it's very dangerous, and suddenly brakes have failed. Then Maharaj said, all of you chant Nrsimha prayer. Abhi gaya, ja rahe. Then they all chanted Namaste Nrsimhaya, Prahlad Ladai. And somehow the bus stopped. He didn't fall into the gorge. Otherwise, like that, Srila Prabhupada recommended that every day one should chant all the time Namaste Nrsimhaya Prahlad Ladai. The Lord will drive away the fear of all the devotees. So, all of you heard this pastime many times. Last year, I have narrated full in great detail 5 days Katha, Nrsimha Katha. It is still available on YouTube. You can hear again. Outside Vrindavan, if you leave aside gopis, right? Prahlad Maharaj considered the greatest devotee of the world, in the world. Sometimes they say he is greater than gopis because the gopis did not face the torture that Prahlad Maharaj faced. So many people, whenever we face troubles in our life, we should remember Prahlad Maharaj. Then we should understand, in front of what troubles Prahlad Maharaj faced, my troubles are nothing. Right? You agree? All agree? Huh? Then when sometimes I say, some devotees they get disturbed, then I tell them, remember Prahlad Maharaj, how he tolerated. Then they say, Prabhuji, we are not pure devotees like Prahlad Maharaj. Then I tell them, become like pure devotee, like him. Right? How do we become like him? How do we become like him? Huh? Huh? Yeah. Srila Prabhupada said, always remember Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruv Maharaj, Ambarish Maharaj, Maharaj Chitraketu, gopis. Right? And then one day you will become like them. So what is so special about Prahlad Maharaj? What distinguishes Prahlad Maharaj from other devotees? माइक दो, माइक है, काम कर रहे? What else? Yeah, Shivagi. Constant remembrance of the Lord. Yeah, who else?
He asked for the eloquence of the Sadhu who was so strict with him. He was very humble.
Santosh? Huh? Yeah. Anyone else? Yeah. Very good. Bolo, Rasheshwar Prabhu. Today his birthday is there. There is going to be a feast.
More or less I was having the same like,
Huh?
more or less I was having the same like you were full faith, remembering more all the time, complete surrender, and you were very sympathetic to others.
Bolo, Srinath Krishna Prabhu.
One mother was fearless.
Ah. One more salient point, when somebody was saying, he never complained. Right? He never complained. Oh, मेरा बाप मेरे को टॉर्चर कर रहा है करके. Right? हमारा थोड़ा सा कुछ बोल दिया, then we go and complain. अरे ऐसा है वैसा. Right? But प्रहलाद महाराज, never complained. I make one statement. You say true or false. Srila Prabhupada and Prahlad Maharaj, they don't have faith in Krishna, but Ram Rup Das has faith in Krishna. True or false? Sandrit, you understood the statement? Sri Prahlad Maharaj and Prabhupada, they don't have faith in Krishna, but Ram Rup Das has faith in Krishna. True or false? Huh? अरे बोलो. हाँ? हाँ. See, कम से कम एक तो है. Prahlad Maharaj and Prabhupada, they don't have faith in Krishna because they are seeing Krishna. They are seeing Krishna. But faith means what? In something we are not seeing, but I believe in it. But Prahlad Maharaj, they are seeing all the time Krishna, Krishna everywhere they see Krishna. Right? Faith is for us. For them, Anubhava. They have Anubhava of Krishna. Prabhupada and Prahlad Maharaj, they have Anubhava of Krishna. We have faith in Krishna. समझ में आया? हाँ? समझ में आया? That is why the Prahlad Maharaj's way of worship is ideal. Like yesterday, we were discussing how to achieve peace. Prabhupada writes that when we see Krishna and understand the all-pervasive nature of Krishna, when we see Krishna everywhere, then there will be peace. You will become peaceful when you see and understand that Krishna is everywhere. He is all-pervading. So Prahlad Maharaj, he is seeing Krishna everywhere. That is why he has no complaints against these demonic people. They are torturing me and all. He understood this is by the arrangement of Krishna. all these are happening, I have no complaint. If my Lord once Hiranyakashipu was troubled by Prahlad Maharaj. Anyway, I'll explain. So anyway, so Prahlad Maharaj, so that is the feature of, so we should, Prabhupada says, unless we develop samadrishti, our worship of Krishna is not considered worship of Krishna. You understand? Huh? You understand? We should develop. Huh? What is samadrishti? Seeing Krishna in everybody's heart. Then, when you see Krishna in other person's heart, then we will not trouble that person because he is a residence of, his body is residence of Krishna. We forget that is why we try to trouble others. If you are harming others, that means you have forgotten that Krishna is present in his body. That is why Prahlad Maharaj did not want to harm those demons who are troubling him. Right? So, it's very important. Anyway, Prahlad Maharaj, he was actually studying in Sanda in America, Gurukul, because of Hiranyakashipu's bad luck. His original guru, Shukracharya, he went away to do tapasya. That is why he was not present when Prahlad Maharaj was admitted in the school. And then his sons, Sanda in America, they were taking care of the Gurukul. And then they tried to teach him and all. But before that, Narad Muni taught him complete Bhagavad Dharma. Complete Bhagavad Dharma. Right? Then Hiranyakashipu, he was the best examiner in the world. You know why? He is the best examiner in the world. Why? Because he did not ask any question that some syllabus, he did not say any syllabus, then out of that syllabus, some question will come. Nothing like that. When Prahlad Maharaj approached him, then Hiranyakashipu asked, "My dear Prahlad, अरे वापस बारिश." My dear Prahlad, from whatever you learned, the best education that you've learned, please tell me. Very easy, right? Somebody asks, whatever you have studied, whatever you know the best, please write. Then immediately, so like our Srinath Krishna Prabhu said, Prahlad is completely fearless. All the demigods, he himself says, Drishta maya divi vibho akila dishnapanam ayushriya vaibhavamichyasi yanjanoyam yasmit pita kupitaha suvijrambita bru vispurjitena lulita satute nirastaha. Prahlad Maharaj in his prayers is saying that, my dear Lord, everybody in this world, they aspire for long life, opulence, beauty, ayushriya, vaibhava, like the demigods. Like demigods, they have beauty, they have opulence, they have long life. But those demigods, Yasmit pita kupitahasu vijrumbita bru. When my father would become angry and raises his eyebrows, they would shake in their, legs. They would shake. And such a fellow, you killed him in 1 minute. So that is why I don't want, all this Ayushri Vaibhava. Because you may finish them off any time. Prabhupada writes in the purport, one must borrow intelligence from Prahlad Maharaj. Right? Those who are aspiring for a beautiful life, they should borrow intelligence from Prahlad Maharaj. Anyway. But Prahlad Maharaj, he is a 5 or 6-year-old boy. He was standing in front of his great demon father. What is the significance of Hiranyakashipu's power? Now, right now we are suffering in this heat because outside temperature is very high. But Hiranyakashipu ordered sun god. Hiranyakashipu ordered sun god, when I walk on the street or anywhere, when I come out of the bhavan, the temperature should not be more than 17 or 16 degrees centigrade. If you become more hotter than 16 or 17 degrees centigrade, tappad lagega. Vivashwan. And then Vayu, when I walk around, there should be only cool breeze, no hot air. No hot air. I should feel very cool breeze touching my body. If you any hot air, upward. Right? And then it's very strong. What is the meaning of, hey Kotari? Idhar beto? What is the meaning of Hiranyakashipu? Vikram?
Hiranya is bold and understanding.
Kashipu means? Right? Hiranyakashipu means? Hiranya means gold. Kashipu means soft bed. Prabhupada writes that he is very fond of, everybody is very fond of wealth and women. Right? We are all small Hiranyakashipu, right? Small Hiranyakashipu. Any woman he wanted, she should be brought to him for his enjoyment. He was enjoying in the valleys of Mandarachala mountain, right? Kashmir valleys, right? They go to see, the mountains of the ice, where many Indians, they go to Mount Alps. They are so fed up of Indians, Some places in Switzerland, they don't allow Indians, especially Gujaratis. Because itna kachra chhod ke aa jate hai bolte hain. They have so much problem. Wherever Indians go, they take all this, chips ka packets and, matki, or so many there. I was there in Switzerland, they were talking. Mount Alps. But Hiranyakashipu was enjoying. क्या हो गया? क्या हो गया? सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर कौन है? क्या है? हाँ? Hare Krishna. What was he saying? Yeah, he was enjoying in the valleys of Mandarachal mountain, with so many women, and all the time he is drunk. All the time he is drunk, and is very, very heavy personality. We cannot even imagine how powerful he is. Once, Ravanasur, he went to conquer Bali Maharaj, in Sutala planet. Then Dwarpal, who is the Dwarpal of Sutala planet? Lord Vamandev. So when he wanted to fight with Bali Maharaj, then Bali Maharaj said, before fighting with me, you have to pass qualifying round. Sometimes in Olympics, they have to pass, qualifying round. What is that? Said, I will show you one thing. You have to lift it. So there is one very huge golden article. Then Bali Maharaj said, please lift it. If you can lift it, I will fight with you. So Ravanasur tried to lift that golden article. He could not lift. Then he was very surprised. Then Ravanasur asked, what is this? He said, this is one earring of my grandfather Hiranyakashipu, great grandfather. And that Hiranyakashipu was killed by the Lord who was standing near my doorway. You want to fight? Bali Maharaj took him and threw him from Sutala planet. He went hundreds and thousands of yojanas and fell in the Lanka. So then he ordered, Hiranyakashipu ordered, in his kingdom nobody should keep the name of their sons and daughters after Lord Vishnu's name. That is the decree. Then such a powerful, huge demon, and then Prahlad Maharaj, just 6-year-old boy, he was standing in front of Hiranyakashipu. Right? Then Prahlad Maharaj was addressing Hiranyakashipu, Asuravarya, oh best of the demons. Tat sadhu manye Asuravarya dehinam. So everybody in this material world, they are 24/7, they are in anxiety. Why? Because we accepted our body as ourself. That is the main problem. What is meant by surrender? Surrender means, what is the definition of surrender? Surrender means giving up your aham mama. These two things we have to keep at the lotus feet of Krishna. Aham and mama. Aham ka matlab I, identity. Mama ka matlab everything belongs to me. Aham mama, ham mama. Right? So, Prabhupada is writing same thing, aham mama. Because of this aham mama, we are always in anxiety 24 hours in a day. In order to get rid of this anxiety, Prahlad Maharaj is saying, because of this bodily concept of life, we fell into this andakupam. Andakupam means blind dark well. Grihastha is compared to blind dark well. Right? When somebody falls into this dark well, it is very, very difficult to get out of this dark well. And then there is nobody to save you. That is why Prahlad Maharaj is saying that give up this horrible Grihastha where you are suffering all the time, 24 hours in anxiety because of accepting this body as the self. And give up and go to Vrindavan, Vanam, and then take shelter of Hari. This verse is, when Lord Krishna, there is no difference between Lord Krishna and Lord Nishingadev. And in Golok Vrindavan also they worship Lord Nishingadev. That is the secret why we worship Lord Nishingadev so much. Because Krishna only, Prahlad Maharaj is devotee of Lord Krishna. Right? Where did Prabhupada say about this? Where you come about this? Come to know about this from Bhagvatam? Okay. Yeah, that is there. In Vishnu Purana, that is there. Gunair alam asankyayer mahatvam tasya shuchyate vasudeve bhagavati yasya naisargiki ratihi. In this verse, Prabhupada commented that Prahlad Maharaj has natural attraction for Krishna, Vasudeva. Right? Natural attraction. So Prabhupada says, Prahlad Maharaj is devotee of Lord Krishna. And then Lord Krishna only appeared as Lord Nrsingadev. You know why? Because Lord Krishna was thinking in which form to come. Then he remembered this verse spoken by Prahlad Maharaj. Right? Tat sadhu manye asurvarya dehinam sada samudvignadiyam asadgrahat hitva tapatam gruhamandakupam vanam gato yad harimashrayeta. Oh, Lord Krishna thought, Prahlad Maharaj is very fond of Hari. Another meaning of the word Hari is Simha. So Hiranyakashipu, when he was challenging Prahlad Maharaj in the chapter number 8, there also he says, you rascal, you are not afraid of me. I am going to kill you. I will see whether your Hari will come or not to save you. Then Krishna thought, Prahlad Maharaj likes Hari. Even his father Hiranyakashipu also likes Hari. Then he thought, okay, let me become Hari, Simham. So that is the secret why Lord Krishna appeared as of lion and of, because this Hari. So, like yesterday, our Prabhu is asking, how to get, why there is anxiety in our body, in our life? Because of material desires. Because we are trying to fulfill our material desires that are appearing in our heart all the time. Right? So he asked this question, how to get rid of these material desires? Right? I will tell you, like last week also I have mentioned about this. In Bhagvatam, there is a pastime of Kaliya Mardan Leela. Right? Kaliya Mardan Leela. So those, all of you, right, our thoughts, they constantly flow in our mind. You want to stop those flow of thoughts. You meditate on the pastime of Kaliya Mardan Leela. What is Kaliya Mardan Leela? The tattva behind Kaliya Mardan Leela is that Lord Krishna is dancing on the hoods of Kaliya. Then he subdued the hoods of Kaliya. And then, Tachitra Tandava Virugna, Fana Sahasro. Raktam Mukhair Uruvamanam Drupabagna Gatra. Smutva Charachara Gurum Purusham Puranam. Narayanam Tamaranam Manasa Jagama. This is a verse from 10th canto, 17th chapter. Kaliya, subduing Kaliya. So in that, Krishna, he danced on the, usually the girls, they dance on the stage. The stage is, fixed. But here, Krishna is so expert in dancing that he is dancing on a moving stage. The hoods are always, moving. Then he was subduing. He had so many hoods. So the acharyas, they comment, these hoods of Kaliya are compared to many thoughts in our heart, in our mind. And then Krishna, by dancing on the hoods, he subdued those hoods. We should remember this pastime and pray to Krishna that, my dear Lord, please come and dance in my heart also. Just like you crushed the hoods of Kaliya, you crush thoughts in my mind by your powerful, dancing steps. On a regular basis, if you meditate on this pastime, your thoughts will reduce. If they don't reduce, I will challenge you, come and tell me. You will experience great peace. I had gone through, I had experienced this. You every day, remember, you read this pastime from Krishna book or Bhagvatam or Vishnu Chakravarti's commentary, and then thoroughly you read, and then at least it will take only 5-10 minutes. You remember this pastime and then pray to the Lord. You pray to the Lord that, my dear Lord, please appear in my heart and then dance and then crush all my thoughts. I am so much bothered. And then definitely Krishna will crush the thoughts. With how much faith you do it and with how much regularity you do, depends on how much, with intensity you do, then you see the result. Very quickly you see the result. Then you see so many unnecessary thoughts, they disappear. समझ में आया श्री? समझ में आया? क्या करना पड़ेगा? Not only read and then you remember. Yeah, you pray. Same. How many of you remember Shakatasur Leela? बोलिए. माइक दो, माइक. Yeah, who can you tell?
Prabhuji, when Krishna is very, very small, but when Yashoda keeps him under her heart, and because that was some ceremony where he moves on one side, and that was a ceremony. So she thought it's a safe place, but that Shankarashu goes inside that cart and he tries to kill Krishna. But Krishna just pushes that cart away like that with his one leg, and that is the end of Shankarashu.
So that is called Karvat Badalna. How old was he that time? बोलो शुभांगी माता जी. हाँ, अरे इतना क्या? कौन बोला? Yeah, very good. 3 months. It is called Karvat Badalna. So Prabhupada writes in the purport that previously childbirth is not a burden. The women and the men both used to enjoy, so just see, just because a baby turns over, they have a festival. First time they say Amma, Baba, then they have a festival. Then there is a great celebration, first time the child, my son called me Amma, there is a festival. Sometime first time they called me Baba, then there is festival. They used to enjoy. That's why they used to have so many children, one after another. Right? So it's not a burden, having more children at that time. Anyway, so the pastime, the tattva behind this pastime is Sakata, means our body is also compared to Sakata, right? Vehicle. Yantra Rudani Maya, Ishvara, Parama. So Ishvara Sarvabhutana Hruddeshu Arjuna Tishtati Brahmayam Sarvabhutani Yantra Rudani Mayaya. Now this body is compared to Yantra, machine, Sakata. Krishna, by extending his small lotus feet, and simply by the touch of the lotus feet of Krishna, that Shakata broke into many pieces. In the same way, if you bring lotus feet of Krishna in our heart, the remembrance of lotus feet of Krishna, Krishna will also kick this body away. You want? So each and every pastime has a tattva behind. We should read accordingly and then remember the pastime, right? Like that, I can explain all the tattvas behind every pastime. Right? Then there is a falashruti also. Like that. That is what Prabhupada says. That is why Krishna performed all these pastimes, that every day you read them and remember them. Right? हम किसी ना किसी के बारे में रिमेंबर करना ही पड़ता है ना. I have experienced in my life that I don't bother about collecting money and all. I am reading Bhagvatam every day. I chant my rounds, sitting in one place, all my 16 rounds, read Bhagavatam, think about Krishna, all these pastimes. And then Krishna said, you don't have to go out, I will supply. I am, last 2 years, can you imagine? I am the #1 collector in Juhu temple. Then I am not doing anything. Krishna is sending all the money. But that is, there is I always say this, तुम मेरा नाम में, मैं तुम्हारा काम में. तुम तुम्हारा काम में, मैं मेरा दाम में. Right? I request all of you, all the time, don't think about your business, your children, your grandchildren. Maybe sometime you can think, but फोन बंद करो. कौन है, क्या है? इधर ऑफ करो ना. नहीं, please read Krishna book every day. And remember, not only simply reading, but later on, remember the pastime. Suppose today you have read Putana pastime. Next day when you are traveling in the train, you are sitting, you have got nothing to do. Right? Instead of thinking about your business and your children and grandchildren, think of how Krishna killed Putana. जिंदगी मजा ही और रहेगा. Right? Anyway, we have to think about something. So, this is how we should take shelter of Hari. Prahlad Maharaj is saying, give up your bodily concept of life, give up this Andhakupam and take shelter of Hari. Take shelter of Hari. Then immediately Hiranyakashipu became very, very angry. Then he chastised Sanda and Amaraka. Right? Sanda and Amaraka. Then they said, don't worry, we'll teach him again. He taught them. Sanda and Amaraka asked, my dear Vatsa, Prahlad, who taught you this? Who taught you this? Then he replied, Parasva iti asadgrahat. Pumsham yan mayaya krutaha. Vimohita dhyam drashta. Tasmat bhagavataya namaha. Very, very important verse. There are 3 verses. अरे आप लोग का मोबाइल बंद करो ना, ब्लूटूथ ऑफ कर देना. First time we are facing this. What happened today? I offer my respectful obeisances to the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna by the influence of whose material energy we are thinking somebody is my friend, somebody is my enemy. How many of you think like that? Somebody is my friend, somebody is my enemy. Please raise your hands. Why you are thinking like that? Because of the influence of external energy of Krishna. Prahlad Maharaj is saying, because the Sandanamarka asked Prahlad Maharaj, our Satru Paksha, Parapaksha, how they are coming and teaching you all these things? Lord Vishnu is our enemy. Lord Vishnu is our enemy. How you are siding with him? Prahlad Maharaj replied, before this I heard that people make distinctions of friends and enemies. Now I am personally seeing that you are all making, but Prabhupada writes beautiful purport where Prabhupada explains, there are no enemies in this world. There are no enemies in this world. When I think that somebody is my enemy, I am not Krishna conscious. If I receive the mercy of Krishna, I will not think anybody as my enemy or anybody as my friend. Then Prabhupada writes, then who is everybody? Because nobody is friend, nobody is enemy. A devotee of Krishna sees everybody as a part and parcel of Krishna, and then Krishna is the supreme master, we are all his servants. Then Prabhupada says that is called Samadrushti. समझ में आया? So we should raise above this platform of considering somebody as enemy, somebody as my friend. Then Prabhupada says that a devotee of Krishna, he is universally merciful. He, without considering somebody as enemy, somebody as a friend, he preaches to each and every soul. Because he considers that everybody is a part and parcel of Krishna, and then he has forgotten the relationship of Krishna being the master. So I should help that person. That way he becomes friends. Otherwise he has Samadrushti. Samadrushti means what? First thing, one definition of Samadrushti, that seeing Krishna in everybody's heart. That is Samadrushti. And then considering, seeing every living entity as part and parcel of Krishna and trying to help those people to become Krishna conscious, that is also Samadrushti. Unless you have Samadrushti, you cannot worship Krishna. Yata anuvrata pumsham pashubuddhi vibidyate anya yesha tatanyoham iti veda gatasati. Only by his mercy, I came to understand that everybody is part and parcel of Krishna. Yatha brahmayatah ayah brahman swayam akarshita sannidho tani me bida cheta chakrapane yadruchaya. These three verses you can read. Prabhupada wrote very, very long purports. So Prabhupada writes that oneness. What is oneness? Oneness means not that living entity becomes one with God. Oneness means we are on the platform that Krishna is the master. We are all, every soul is his servant. So on the platform of being servants to Krishna, we are all one. When we are engaged in Krishna's service, we are one with Krishna. Then Prabhupada writes, Vaikuntha atmosphere. What is Vaikuntha atmosphere? Nobody should be proud of his service. Everybody renders service to Krishna according to his capacity. Nobody should be envious of others, and then nobody should be proud of their own service, and one should praise others' service. Not that, I have distributed 100,000 Gitas, so I am superior, and this person has distributed only 10 Gitas, he is inferior. Please switch off your Bluetooth. समझ में आ रहा है सबको? Then Prahlad Maharaj said, just like iron is attracted by the magnet, my consciousness is attracted by Krishna consciousness. क्या है? क्या हुआ? हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण Note down this sentence Prabhupada wrote, very beautiful. We are all unnaturally unattracted to Krishna. What? Bolo Shivani. Unnaturally unattracted to Krishna. My consciousness, just like a magnet is attracted by iron, in the same way my consciousness is attracted by Krishna. But he is saying, oh Hiranyakashipu, your consciousness is unnaturally unattracted by Krishna because it is covered with rust of material desires. Right? Bolo? Bolo Shriya. What did Prabhupada write? We are unnaturally unattracted by Krishna. ठीक है, चलो बैठो. क्या कर रहे हैं? So, Sanda and Amarka, they became very angry that Samadhana, Veda, Dandopaya, rascal, you are actually, Dandopaya is required, we should beat him. Then Prabhupada explains anyway. Then he said, Sanda and Amarka, they said, we will train him again. Then they made Prahlad Maharaj sit forcibly and again they taught him Dharmata Kama Moksha. Prahlad Maharaj, like bull, he was always shaking his head. Yeah. Understood? Yeah, understood. Understood? Yeah, understood. Then they taught him nicely, forgotten about Krishna consciousness. Right? And then again they Maharani Khayadu decorated Prahlad. And again presented Prahlad to Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu took Prahlad on his lap, kissed him, smelled his head, said, my dear, what's up, Prahlad? Please tell whichever is the best knowledge that you have learned. Same question, huh? Such a nice example. Same question. Question paper leaked already. This time, last time, he just mentioned. This time he told, in this verse as spoken by Prahlad in Satya Yuga. For all times to come, he established the process of pure devotional service. Our ISKCON movement is based on these two verses. Right? Yesterday, we briefly mentioned in the class. Bolo, kaun bolega shlok? Navayuddha Bhakti. How many of you know? Bolo, Srinath Krishna Prabhu. You know Shravanam Kirtanam? You should sing. Sing. Huh? Who can sing? Next. Iti pumsharpita Vishnu bhaktische navalakshana kriyeta bhagavati adha tanmanye ditam uttamam. Right? What did you learn? Hiranyakashipu asked. What I learned? Shravanam kirtanam Vishnu smaranam pada sevanam archanam vandanam dasyam sakyam atmanivedanam. Iti pumsharpita Vishnu bhaktische navalakshana kriyeta bhagavati adha tanmanye ditam uttamam. According to me, the best knowledge is, you hear about Krishna, you sing about Krishna, you think about Krishna, you do pada sevanam of Krishna, you do archanam of Krishna, you do vandanam of Krishna, you do sakyam of Krishna, you do atma nivedanam of Krishna. This is the best knowledge, what is Adha? Kriyeta Bhagavati Adha. What is the meaning of this word Adha? He is very, very important. Adha means directly. Prabhupada writes, some people, they work with the mind, body and words, and they dedicate the results of that work that is done by mind, body and the work to Krishna. That is Sakama Karma. But Prabhupada writes that Adha here means anybody belonging to any living, any species, they can directly serve Krishna. So Krishna consciousness means, sannyas means, Prabhupada writes, a devotee of Krishna surrenders mind, body and words to Krishna first. Then using them, they will do work that is pleasing to Krishna. Samajh mein aaya? Or you want me to explain again? Can you explain? Want me to repeat? We have BMW, body, mind and words. Right? So using this body, mind and words, people do some work according to their liking, according to their desire. You understand? And then they dedicate the results of that activity to Krishna. That is called Karma Yoga. Bhakti, Bhagavati Adha means first we dedicate mind, body and words to Krishna. Using them, we do the work that is pleasing to Krishna. That is called Bhakti. That is called Sannyas. Vijay ji, samajh mein aaya? Can you explain?
Carry out this work.
Yeah, first dedicate mind, body and words to Krishna, and then using them you do the work that is pleasing to Krishna. That is called Bhakti. That is called, Prabhupada says, that is called Sannyas. समझ में आया? What is your name? Ujjwal Rani. Ujjwal Radha. Can you explain?
So you said BMW, that is your body, mind and words. When you use these three in service to Krishna, and when Krishna gets pleased with your service, then it becomes Bhakti.
Yeah. One thing you missed. Can somebody complete that? Nehal?
That is how Antamasta Sannyasi, when they know their focus to make Krishna happy, mind, body and the world.
You are missing the point. I am telling, first dedicate mind, body and words to Krishna. Right? समझ में आ रहा है? First you dedicate mind, body and words to Krishna, and using them you do the work that is pleasing to Krishna. That is called Bhakti. That is the meaning of Kriyeta Bhagavati Adha. And then Prabhupada writes that this Bhakti can be performed by anybody under any circumstance, in all places. There is no restriction. So Prabhupada established this ISKCON movement to follow this process of Navavidha Bhakti, where you can directly serve Krishna. No, indirect service. Karmis, they do indirect service to Krishna. First they somebody, a builder is there. He wants to do a, building. because he has a desire to run a empire of building, real estate. But he is a devotee. He is not concerned with pleasing Krishna, but he has a desire to build a building. So he will build that building. Whatever income he gets from that building a building, he gives to Krishna. That is Karma Yoga. But a devotee, he has no desire to build a building. And then he comes to ISKCON, and then he dedicates his mind, body and words. And then the spiritual master tells, you build a temple for Krishna. Then he uses his building capacity, build that capacity to build buildings, to build a temple. Right? Srila Prabhupada told to Mr. Sethi that you have built a house for devotees. Krishna is building a house in Golok Vrindavan for you. समझ में आया? I request all the devotees, at least once or twice in a month, once in 2 months, you read the purport of this verse. Put on that 7.5.21.20, I think. Prabhupada explained how to do Shravanam, how to do Kirtanam, how to do Smaranam, right? How to do Archanam, how to do Padasevanam, how to do Vandanam, how to do, right? All these 9 items he explained. Anyway, find out 7th canto, 5th chapter, because all of us, we are practicing this Navavida Bhakti, we should know what is to be done. Fifth chapter, 7.5. No, find out. I don't know. 23. Prasadam is ready. Hare Krishna. Shravanam. So the basic ingredient required for Shravanam is one should hear from a bona fide devotee. Right? That is why when we read Srimad Bhagvatam written by Srila Prabhupada, we are directly hearing from Srila Prabhupada. That is why don't read any other book other than Srila Prabhupada Bhagavatam. समझ में आया? When you read Bhagavatam, you are directly hearing from Srila Prabhupada. Don't go, whenever you want to hear from somebody, some Bhagavad Saptaha, find out whether that person is taking any money. Right? This famous lady is there, Jai Kishori. Right? She takes 11 lakh rupees. 11 लाख रुपए लेती है, बहुत रिच है. So find out if that person is taking money, reject. And hear from a pure devotee of the Lord. Right? Prabhupada says, anybody who takes money for doing kirtan, for doing Bhagavad Katha, Prabhupada said, better to do Bangi work, better to be a Bangi than a Bhagavad Kathakar and, fill your stomach. maintain your family. Very strong words, right? Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada said, my Guru Maharaj, throughout his life, he fought against this system of, charging money for Bhagavad Katha and Hari Kirtan. That is why this caste Goswamis, they wanted to kill Srila Bhakti Siddhanta, because he is against these practices. Right? So that Shravanam is very important. Shravanam, don't hear from anybody. So best is to simply read Prabhupada books. And then whatever you heard, you must actually do Kirtan. Then Smaranam. Very elaborately Prabhupada explained everything very nicely. Right? Chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Kirtanam. Right? So how to avoid 10 offenses. Then Prabhupada writes that before chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you must pray to the holy name of the Lord, because holy name of the Lord is non-different from Krishna. Then he quoted 2 verses. Nivritta Tarshaya Rupagiyamana Bhavashati Shtotra Manobhiraman. These 2 shlokas you chant and offer prayer to the holy name of the Lord, that my dear holy name, please protect me from committing offenses at your lotus feet. Anybody can chant even with offenses. As you continue to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, your offenses also will be nullified. So the only solution to overcome offenses is to chant more. Right? Then Prabhupada advises that if you have any favorite deity form of the Lord, you should remember the form of the Lord while chanting. Then Smaranam. Smaranam, when you have done sufficiently Shravanam and Kirtanam, Smaranam will come automatically. Right? So whatever you have done, Shravanam you have done, Katha, then whatever Kirtanam you have done, you must be able to remember. So now I will explain. Body, words and mind. Right? Body, words and mind. Body means ears. So Shravanam is through ears, and Kirtanam through the tongue. From the external portion, you are going little inside. Right? You are going little inside. And then from there, you go little more inside. That is Smaranam. Right? Body, words and mind. Samajh mein aaya? So, our Shravanam and Kirtanam should lead to Smarana stage. And then Prabhupada writes 5 stages of Smarana. Prabhupada writes, one should do research about a form of the Lord. And then you must remember the form of the Lord. You worship the form of the Lord. Then you think very deeply. Then you think more deeply, Samadhi. Right? So that is Prahlad Maharaj, Smaranam. Then anyway, in conclusion, I will tell that many times I told this. Then Prabhupada writes in Padasevana means going to the Tirtha Yatras, taking Ganga bath, going to the Vrindavan, Mayapur, and then following the instructions of Krishna is Padasevanam. Then Archanam, then Prabhupada wrote elaborately, different methods of offenses that are to be avoided while doing Archana. Form of the Lord, we are worshipping the various forms of the Lord. Then 64 offenses to be avoided. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, offering prayers. Right? As soon as you come to the temple, you stand in front of the deities, you start offering prayers to the Lord. Prabhupada writes in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, anybody who offers prayers in front of the Lord, that person becomes qualified to be worshipped by demigods and the sages. How many of you want to be worshipped by the sages? Demigods. Then you come, as soon as you come in front of the Lord, you must offer some prayers. Prabhupada writes Brahma Samhita prayers, Queen Kunti's prayers, Bhishma Deva's prayers, Prahlad Maharaj's prayers. If you cannot remember at least the shlokas, at least remember the translations. Then you can pray in your own language. Right? So then Prabhupada says that anybody who offers prayers to Krishna in front of the deities, Krishna recognizes that person. Oh, he is offering prayers to me. So Krishna becomes very pleased with a person who is offering prayers constantly. Right? As soon as you go in front of the deities, you must offer prayers to the Lord. At least learn at least few prayers. Krishnaya Vasudevaya, Devaki Nandanaya cha, Nanda Gopakumaraya, Govindaya Namo Namaha, Namaha Pankajanabhaya, Namaha Pankajamaline, Namaha Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangraye. Right? Very wonderful. Shunvanti gayanti grunanti abhikshanashaha, Smaranti nandanti tave hitam janaha, Tavayeva pashyanti achirena tavakam, Vava pravaha paramam padam bhujam. Anyway, so then last, and then Prabhupada writes in dasyam. Dasyam means rendering personal service to the Lord. Then Prabhupada writes, anybody who is always thinking, I am an eternal servant of Krishna, that is dasyam. Anybody who thinks like this, that I am an eternal servant of Krishna, he is performing all 9 processes of devotional service. Somewhere, Sakyam and Atmanivedanam, Prabhupada says, it is done on the self-realization stage. But Sakyam, Prabhupada says in another place, by the preaching, anybody who is preaching Krishna consciousness, he is a very dear friend of Krishna. So all of you should preach Krishna consciousness. It's not very difficult. Whomever you see, you tell them, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You are a very great preacher. You don't need to remember anything else. Say one sentence. What is that? Bolo Rajesh, what are the 3 things if you know everything? You know?
Krishna, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I am your eternal servant. You are my life and soul. So give me your devotional service.
Very good. Bolo, Srinath Krishna.
Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I am his eternal servant and I am his servant.
By chanting Hare Krishna, I can render service to Krishna. If you know these 3 things, Prabhupada said you know everything. There is no need to know, you know everything. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I am his eternal servant. Simply by chanting Hare Krishna, I can render service to him. So please tell everybody, whomever you meet, you tell Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Giriraj Maharaj, he was narrating a story, how, Maharaj took Prabhupada to a judge. He arranged a lecture for the judges and the lawyers. Then in Chennai, they were all, Mayavadis, Shankaracharya followers. Then Prabhupada thought, I cannot go anywhere, explaining Krishna conscious philosophy. Then all these judges and the lawyers are sitting. Prabhupada was making them, you tell Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then all the judges and the lawyers, they were saying, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He's tell every day. Like that, you make everybody say Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Prabhupada said, anybody who accepts Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he will go back to Godhead. Right? Like that. So, this process is very important. Our heart and soul, of our Krishna consciousness, this verse, You know, all of you should by heart this verse and by heart the purports also. Right? Then you will achieve success in life. You know, these three things: Shravanam, Kirtanam, and Smaranam. Right? Then how many of you can tell? Bolo Alka Mataji, can you tell which devotee achieved perfection by practicing which process? You know? You can tell all the 9? Who can tell? Huh? Shriya, you can tell? Shravanam. So Shravanam by whom? Very good. Very good. So Shravanam by Parikshit Maharaj. Huh? Bolo Neha, you can tell, repeat. Huh? That's why you should come for the class. Who can repeat?
Shravanam Parikshit Maharaj, Kirtanam Sukdev Goswami, Shravanam Prahlad Maharaj, Arjanam Upu Maharaj, Ranjanam Apuru Maharaj, Rasam Hanumanji, Sakam Harujam, Arjuna Ketan Mani Maharaj, all of them and Samrishna. Other Sevana, Lakshmi Maharaj.
Shriya? Hare Krishna. Anybody has any question? Boys, any boys? आगे आ जाओ. Very good. Hare Krishna. Okay, today we are celebrating His Grace Raseshwar Prabhu's कितने बर्थडे? हाँ क्या? You want to stay? Really? Tomorrow, na? Huh? Acha. He is very busy. क्या एज है क्या आपका? आपका 57th बर्थडे इज सेलिब्रेटिंग. On this occasion, he's sponsored a feast for all of you. And then also, today is birthday of our Sunrit. Sunrit. कितना? 19. अरे कार ले लो, हो गया. अपने बाप को बोलो गाड़ी गिफ्ट देने के लिए. हाँ, but they are not giving feast. Next week they will give. Huh? So let us say 3 times Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna.